What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all of you hooligans. Like I said earlier, if you're not wearing green, you're getting pinched, and the only substitute is if you got Irish blood. I guess that's the only way you're safe. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and read through the schedule really quick. We'll be starting off with a video titled Wholesale Egg Prices Drop for the Third Straight Week, which is really weird because I want to say last week or the week before we were still bitching about high-priced eggs. But I guess they fixed it, so go tell liberals that they can afford eggs again and they should thank President Trump. Next up, rescue missions, stranded astronauts, replacements arrive on the ISS. They are all there together now, and they're saying that Tuesday, tomorrow, I think they're talking about tomorrow unless they're talking about next week, they're expecting these astronauts to come back. What I think is really weird is they're not taking the ship back that just flew there yesterday. They're taking a ship that's actually been there since September. So I don't know why they didn't just take that initially, but okay. Then we got a video of Conor McGregor. It's titled Conor McGregor Visits the White House. He kind of abruptly speaks to the American people from the podium. Kind of a weird situation, but either way, Conor McGregor at the White House. Then we got an interesting video titled Whoopi Goldberg claiming that anyone can be deported, your rights are being stolen, and your free speech is being silenced. Then we got a video titled Trump reveals when he's next speaking to Putin in attempts to end the Russia-Ukraine war. It's coming up. Then we got a video of President Trump titled Biden's alleged Autopen usage voids J6 committee pardons. And it's not just the J6 committee. He talks about a bunch of pardons. Then we got a Chris Hansen video titled Chris Hansen nabs illegal border crosser in sex sting operation. It's easy fishing there. Then we got a video titled Activist Judge. This is all about resisting Trump. This is about the halting of the mass deportations. We were covering this on Saturday. They're being sent back to us from Guantanamo Bay, apparently from El Salvador, and there was something else. Oh, they're closing down border crosser centers that are for housing border crossers on their way to be deported. They were originally used as soft spots for border crossers to be held who were coming into the U.S. Now they're being closed by liberals and people like that to try and create it so there's not enough space for these mass deportations. So the Democrats are working very hard to stop the mass deportations. The last little bit of the news we have is they think they have infinite power. GOP Representative Burchett rips federal judge for halting deportations. We might play those videos back to back since they're about the same topic. Then we will be opening today's door from the advent calendar that was sent to us by Wad. And then we will be covering two funny videos of the day. First one's titled We Follow the Constitution, and our official funny video of the day is titled Take That, Houthis. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. What is up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com? What's up, 10 Man? What's up, Jay Spray? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Nefties? What's up, Turbo? Happy Freedom to you. And what's up, Russell? Appreciate all of you hooligans being on the website. And what is up, everyone over on Rumble? Poetic, you were first today. Nah, I appreciate you racing to the chat, Poetic. What's up, Sawdog? What's up, Bobby? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Rappy? What's up, Ghostly? What's up, Screaming Eagle? What's up, Tony Rez? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, WC? And what's up, Zupia? Appreciate all of you hooligans being over on Rumble. Hit that thumbs up button. See if you can get us on the front page. What is up, everyone over on Kick? Happy Freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Tony Rich? Happy Freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on the communism platform? What's up, Alan? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Lenny? What's up, Patriot Roy? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, John Smith? What's up, Cheeky Chops? What's up, Peter? Happy Freedom. You hooligans are welcome to hit that thumbs up over on the commie platform as well. And what is up, everyone over on X? Tony Rich, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. And what's up, Wayward? Happy Freedom. All right, hooligans, we're going to get into things. Like I said, we're going to be starting off with a video titled Wholesale Egg Prices Drop for the third week in a row. Now, before we get into this, I'm going to remind you hooligans really quick that we have these epic winning t-shirts. Now, this design was created by Alistair, and Alistair is a badass in just about everything he does. So I will be posting his link in all of the chats for you hooligans to have your opportunity to hire him for your creative needs, because if you think it, he can create it. Now this design does come in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, pullover hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, stickers, dog tags, and we even made tumblers out of this design. Today I got on the spooky green hooligan badge. We got lots of items and lots of designs over on the merch store. I'll be dropping all the links in the chats while we're watching this first video.
Egg prices. Rhiannon Alley is here with what's behind it and when you can start to expect to see those lower prices. Good morning, Rhiannon.
Good morning, guys. That's right. Finally, there's some good news. These are staples in all of our fridges. A lot of people love eggs. Many of us have them. And finally, I have some good news for you. The USDA says wholesale egg prices dropped for the third straight week, and it's a pretty big drop. The average wholesale price nationwide fell to $4.15 per dozen. So let's put that in perspective. That is down about $2.70 in just 1 week. Prices were over $8 at the end of last month. So part of the reason for the steep drop is people were put off by those high prices, so demand is lower. The other reasons, experts say, are because bird flu outbreaks have decreased. And get this, Easter is really late this year, so demand isn't that high right now. However, USDA also says declines haven't been reflected at store shelves yet, so you still may see those higher prices. But experts say consumers should start to see those prices drop by the time Easter finally rolls around, just in time to dye those Easter eggs if you celebrate. I got started early with St. Patrick's Day. You see, we were dyeing stuff green yesterday, so I'm ready for it.
Very fun. Thank you, Rhiannon.
All right. I think it's interesting that they're saying that the prices have dropped for 3 weeks now. I swear to God, last week we were covering the egg prices are still high. And then they turn around and say, well, it may not be reflecting that on the shelves. Oh, so we're getting price gouged on eggs? That's what you're saying? That's what they said. That is basically what they said. Yeah, they're cheaper already. The stores, though, they're not giving you the cheaper price. They're just ripping you off currently because you're willing to pay $8 for eggs. And it's like, great. That's fucking great. Next up, rescue mission. Stranded astronauts replacements arrive on the ISS. I think following up on this, the damn stranded astronauts for like 9 months now. Now, again, like I said earlier, they're leaving, and they're supposed to be leaving tomorrow or next Tuesday. I'm not quite sure on that. But they're not even taking the ship back that was just brought there. They're going to use a ship that was connected in September or something like that. So I don't understand, why didn't they just use that ship to leave in the first place? I don't get that. And they originally said that all of this was over politics. The reason they didn't get rescued was politics. You guys had the way home there the whole time. That doesn't make sense to me. But either way, it's coming up next. First, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about these egg prices. What's up, Nefties? Happy freedom to you. Nefties, try $10.99 in Northern California. Holy. That is very expensive. Turbo, wearing that somebody showed me their titties bling today. Yes, Turbo. That's the way it is. I didn't realize until we were covering the press briefing and everyone was talking about my tits. I didn't even think about that when I bought these beads. Bobby, green beer and boobs? I've never seen green boobs before. I think I'm not living my life to its fullest potential. What's up, neighbor guy? Happy freedom to you. What's up, break a leg? Happy freedom to you. Mary Todd, the ship they arrived on had mechanical problems. Well, then why are they riding it home? That's what I don't understand. Because that's what they said. They showed up, that ship had problems. I'm pretty sure they sent that ship back. Another one arrived in September, and then they, I don't know, had a circle jerk. And then these guys showed up last night, and these people are like, oh, okay, well, we'll leave. Well, they didn't take the ship that got there last night. They took the one that's been there since September. That's why it doesn't make sense to me. I'm not sure what that's about. Roy, bird flu scam. Yeah, bird flu just magically goes away. Egg prices come down. What's up, Janet? Happy freedom to you. Eggs are still $9 here. Yeah, I forgot to go look at eggs. I was at Walmart yesterday, but I forgot. What's up, Rachel? Happy Freedom. Drive safely. What's up, Steve S? Happy Freedom and happy St. Patrick's Day to you. What's up, Jim? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Sven? Happy Freedom. Peter Stupid Matrix. What's up, Benny C? Happy Freedom. What's up, Mike Ingalls? John Smith, we have chickens, but they're not laying. Is there a specific reason why they're not laying? I don't know a whole lot about chickens. What's up, MD Cyrun? Happy Freedom to you. Alright, hooligans. We're going to get into this next one. Like I said, rescue mission. Stranded astronauts. Replacements arrive on the ISS. I am kind of bored with this topic, but either way, it'll be coming to an end pretty soon because they're expected to be on their way back on Tuesday. I feel like there was something I was going to say and I can't remember. Either way, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the GoofTube, and let's get into this.
Some really fantastic news from out of this world. NASA is expecting the 2 stranded American astronauts to return home Tuesday night, and that's a day earlier than expected. A SpaceX capsule successfully docked at the International Space Station last night, bringing their relief crew, who were welcomed at the ISS with a lighthearted alien encounter. Jonathan Siri live in Cape Canaveral, Florida with more. Jonathan, in a lighthearted fashion.
Hi there, David. Originally, NASA was targeting Wednesday at the earliest for the return of Crew 9, which includes Starliner astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams. But this time of year, off the Florida coast, storms come and go, and so they really are looking for those sweet spots. And Tuesday night is looking really good as far as weather conditions at splashdown sites, and so that is now what they are targeting. Now, also today, very early this morning, 4 new crew members arrived at the International Space Station, bringing the population on the orbiting laboratory to 11 people on board. The fresh crew members arrived aboard a SpaceX Dragon spacecraft that docked with the ISS just after midnight. Their arrival will allow 4 members of that earlier mission, Crew 9, to depart the space station and return to Earth in a separate Dragon capsule that arrived back in September with an American, a Russian, and 2 empty seats. Those seats, of course, are the return ride for NASA test pilots Butch and Sonny, who've been working on that space station since June, when their Boeing Starliner spacecraft developed thruster problems.
And Houston, thank you for tuning in this early morning. It was a wonderful day. Great to see our friends arrive. So thank you so much.
The new ISS crew rotation had been traveling since Friday evening when their Dragon spacecraft launched atop a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket from Launch Pad 39A right here at Kennedy Space Center in Florida. NASA astronaut Don Pettit, who has been taking amazing photos and videos from the ISS, posted this time-lapse showing the Crew 10 Dragon as it was approaching the space station under the command of fellow astronaut Anne McClain.
That is such an amazing journey. You can hardly even put it into words. The ride up on the Falcon 9, orbiting the Earth for the last couple of days, it's been absolutely incredible, and it is something that none of us could do by ourselves.
As for Butch and Sonny's return, we are now looking at Tuesday, undocking, scheduled at 1:05 a.m. Eastern Time and targeting a splashdown just before 6 p.m. Eastern that night.
All right, thank you, Jonathan. You know, we talk a lot about what's going on in space, but I've had questions a little different. On the ground, the crews, the people that are working hard to get this done, it's like the old NASA days. What's it like there on the ground in Cape Canaveral?
There is so much excitement, certainly on launch day. You have so many teams working to make these missions a success. And when that rocket finally lifts off, and you have these souls on board and everything goes smoothly and safely, everyone breathes a sigh of relief, and there's also a lot of pride. But even from the astronauts themselves, they get a lot of the media attention, but when you talk with them, they're actually very humble about acknowledging that they are merely the tip of the spear, but that there are hundreds, actually thousands of other people who make what they do possible, and they always express a lot of gratitude, and that's certainly something that they expressed when they first arrived at the space station early this morning.
Jonathan, thank you. Never forget the crews. They work hard as well. Thank you very much, Jonathan Siri.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey,
Okay. So I guess on Tuesday we're going to have a follow-up video, or maybe Wednesday, depending on how late on Tuesday it is. We'll have our follow-up video and probably the last video related to the stranded astronauts. Now, Russell informed us over here on the website that they have to always have a good spacecraft on the ISS as a life raft. So I guess that's got to be the reason why they were waiting, since they've actually had a ride home since September, but they can't leave the ISS without a life raft, so to speak. I mean, that makes sense. Anyways, like I said, I think Tuesday or Wednesday we'll have our last follow-up video on the subject. Next up, Conor McGregor visits the White House. He's supposedly going to be speaking with the president. I'm sure he already has. But he decided to address the American people kind of abruptly. I don't think that was necessarily the intentions, but there was a lot of cameras on while he was speaking from the podium, kind of satirically. But he's saying that Ireland is kind of being taken over by a bunch of bastards, that the people running Ireland, they are allowing an invasion to happen, and they're not listening to what the Irish people want and need and stuff. It kind of sounds like us during the Biden days. But either way, it's coming up next. First, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about these stranded astronauts. What's up, U-Hill? Happy freedom to you. 10 Man, it's a beautiful day today. I'm out working in the yard. It's badass, 10 Man. Happy freedom to you. It looks nice outside here, but it's only like 40 degrees. Still kind of cold. We had snow yesterday. It was almost 70 degrees day before yesterday, and then yesterday we got like 2 inches of snow. And I told you it was false flag spring around here. J-Dog, Conor McGregor's too rich to fight anymore. I haven't heard of him fighting since he broke his shin in half. That was the last time I seen him fighting. I don't pay real close attention to the UFC. J-Dog, Conor isn't woke. Yeah, he doesn't seem woke. What's up, MU? Happy freedom to you. J-Dog, SpaceX is doing God's work. I think it's interesting that they're not really giving Elon and SpaceX as much spotlight as you would think. They're acting like this is the same old situation, but SpaceX had to jump in to get the job done, and I don't know, they just seem a little too quiet about that part. No ad. Happy freedom to you. He talked about running for office in Ireland. I wonder if he will. That's a pretty interesting idea. What's up, Puff and Stuff? Happy freedom. No ad. Didn't one of the astronauts say a few weeks ago that Biden wouldn't authorize a rescue? I don't know if an astronaut said that, but I was hearing stuff like that. They were saying something about it was politics. The reason nobody was going up there to save him was just because of politics. Now, I don't doubt that. Politics seem to affect everything nowadays, but I didn't see specifically the astronaut saying that. Not that it didn't happen, I just didn't see it. What's up, MurderCom? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Viola? Happy freedom to you. A conservative thought, you should be a part of the new Rumble lineup. What do you mean? I am on Rumble. We're on Rumble right now. Right now we are live on X, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, and jeffmaclive.com. A conservative. I heard that Trump's going to announce the JFK files right now. No, he's in a meeting at the Kennedy Center. I haven't heard anything about that, and his schedule doesn't really reflect that either. Not that he's never going to do it, but I don't think he's going to do it today. Let me see. What time is it? 4:30. President departs John F. Kennedy Performing Arts Center en route to the White House. President Trump is expected to be at the White House by 5:15, and that seems to be the end of his schedule for the day. I don't know if there's going to be updates or not, but either way. What's up, Gen X? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mr. Satan? No worries, conservative. We're all here figuring it out together. What's up, Free Thinker Texan? Happy freedom to you. All right, hooligans, we're going to get on to this next one. Like I said, Conor McGregor visits the White House. It's coming up next, but first I want to remind you, hooligans, if you would like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out, as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get Conor McGregor pulled up. Now, I'm pretty sure he was just convicted of, like, domestic violence or something like that. Something not good. Like, just a couple, like, 2 months ago or something like that. Now, he said he was going to try and fight those charges and try and appeal it and this, that, and the other. I don't know, but I swear to God, it was the last time I see him in the news. Now he's at the White House. Either way, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as on the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
There's no hotels in. They're all taken over.
Yeah.
American needs to hear.
Yeah.
American needs to hear.
Definitely.
Hey, Conor.
Oh. Hey.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, Conor, first of all, did you get into some time with President Trump? And also, I know there's some Irish immigrants in the U.S. without status. What do you think should happen to them?
The Irish immigrants?
There's some recent Irish immigrants without status.
Wait, are we taking questions?
Taking over the podium.
Ireland and America, we are siblings. We consider America our big sibling. So it's important for Ireland to have be a peaceful, happy, prosperous country for the 40 million Irish Americans to have a place to visit, to come back to their home. So we wish for our relationship with the United States to continue, and we wish to be taken care of by the big bro. You know, the United States should look after its little bro, and that's how we feel.
How about the trade?
America.
What about, there's some trade disputes between the U.S. and the EU, and how do you think?
We wish exemption.
Hey, we actually have some stuff that we have to do right now. Conor is here to meet with the president. He'll be meeting with him later this afternoon. We couldn't think of a better guest to have with us on St. Patrick's Day. We're both wearing our green. This was not planned, but very festive. And as you know, I'll be having a briefing later at 1 o'clock, so we'll talk more about their meeting later. But he's going over to meet with some other administration officials. He's spending the day in Washington, D.C.
For sure.
So
I'm here to raise the issues that people of Ireland face. Yes. You know, and it'll be music to the people of Ireland's ears, because never on the main stage has the issues the people of Ireland face been spoke. You know, our government has long since abandoned the voices of the people of Ireland, and it's high time that America is made aware of what is going on in Ireland. What is going on in Ireland is a travesty. Our government is the government of zero action with zero accountability. You know, our money is being spent on overseas issues that has nothing to do with the Irish people. The illegal immigration racket is running ravage on the country. There are rural towns in Ireland that have been overrun in one swoop, that have become a minority in one swoop. So issues need to be addressed, and the 40 million Irish Americans, as I said, need to hear this, because if not, there will be no place to come home and visit.
All right. So like I said, Conor McGregor was at the White House today. He was hanging out with President Trump and all of that. Let me see if I can find the picture of him and President Trump really quick, since we're already over here on X. Boom, right here. Styling. Well, let me get this about the way. Yeah, it's looking like they had a nice combo there. What I think is really interesting is what you see with boxers and fighters. A lot of times when they take poses, right, they always got their fist up. And I think he went for one of those, and Secret Service probably put a gun to his head, and then he was like, you know what, let's redo this. And President Trump was like, let's do a handshake instead. And so the pose is similar, but not usually what you see when it comes to fighters. But I'm sure they had a good little conversation there. Anyways, next up we got Whoopi Goldberg claiming that anyone can be deported, that your rights are being stolen, and your free speech is being silenced. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat. see what you hooligans think about Conor McGregor being at the White House and just kind of having like an abrupt press briefing right there. And it happened right before we covered the actual press briefing. Thank you for letting me know, Snooks. Let me see. B Noodlehead, it's your birthday today, turning 23. Well, happy birthday to you. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope today kicks ass for you. Happy birthday. All right, like I said, reading through. Let's see. Snooks, McConnor was repping the gypsies as he is one and let them down badly. I don't even know what that means, Snooks. What is the gypsies? I don't even know what to say about that. You Hill, you cracked me up. You Hill, I like him and dislike him. He is speaking strongly for a British whooped country. Well, I don't know. I don't really know how to feel about it. He's entertaining. Yeah, I feel the same about Elon. He's entertaining. I don't know if I trust him or I think he's a good person or a bad person, but I just think he's entertaining to watch on TV. Puff Stuff, was it his cocaine? No, I don't think it was Conor McGregor's cocaine. You know that was Hunter Biden. Screaming Eagle, potatoes are good for you. Eat your potatoes. I don't know if they're good for you, but they taste good. Mashed potatoes, it's hard to beat mashed potatoes. I'm just saying. Tony Rez, Conor did that with Putin as well. Did he? Did he do the fist or did he do the handshake? Non-woke Joe thinks it's Easter today. Pff, if he's still with us. What's up, Kung Fu? Happy freedom to you. Non-woke Trump is kryptonite to the Democrats. That's right. J-Dog, St. McGregor's is coming soon. Sounds scary. Mary Todd, he ain't wrong. Yeah, I like that he was speaking up for his own country and stuff like that. You know, a lot of times we get celebrities that get on stage, especially at the White House, and then they start bitching about Trump. They start bitching about the bad things going on in our country. You know, I think we even had B2 or some Korean group show up during the Biden administration, and they didn't really say anything about their country or any. They want to talk about our stuff. I like that Conor McGregor showed up and kind of stood up for his country, so to speak. WC, I love the accent. I see a lot of hooligans saying that. I wonder how many times they ask him to say they're after me Lucky Charms. You know, I just wonder. You know that happens. Every time he comes to America, you know that happens. Nobody cares if he can fight. Somebody's screaming that at him. Hey, say they're after me Lucky Charms. You know that's happening. You know it. Can't take us hooligans anywhere. Told to Kara Connor's making eyes at Carolyn. Yeah. I'm sure he is. Could you imagine being Caroline Levitt's husband and reading through the chat and stuff while she's on stage? He probably doesn't do that for his own good. Non-woke, please take Rosie O'Donnell. Isn't she in the UK right now or something like that? Mary Todd, you're a quarter Irish? I'm not very much Irish. I'm a little Irish, a little Scottish, a little bit of German, a little bit of Polish, mostly Italiano. Russell, she was giving me the side eye. That means she really likes you, Russell. Pretty sure. Snooks, the Gypsies of England, he is one. They thought he'd give them a better name and he didn't. I don't even know what a gypsy is, though. The only time I've heard of gypsy is when I was like 9 years old watching Aladdin. Like, I didn't even know gypsies were real. I thought it was some thing that doesn't exist anymore. I thought it meant like panhandler or like snake oil salesman. It just meant you were a liar and you were trying to coerce people to give you money. I always thought that's what gypsy meant. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know how many ways to say I don't know what a gypsy is. 10 Man, I read where Don Lemon is saying white MAGA is racist and black MAGA isn't. What an idiot. Yeah, 10 Man, I think Don Lemon is like a rage baiter. I think that's what he does. I think he intentionally says stupid things to make people mad. I really think that's what he did, because there's no way that anybody's that stupid. Snugs, oh, Rosie moved to Ireland? Oh, I feel bad for Ireland. What is this, you will? Holy. Snooks, you know a lot about them? See, I don't know anything about them. Ghostly, Ireland is not Britain or the UK. You're correct. Puffin Stuff, Don Lemon is a lush. Yeah, he's an idiot. No ad, Lemon is a master rage baiter. He is. You know, he uses his own tears as lube. Anyways. Non-woke, maybe he's going to help with training with the FBI, so when they knock on our doors over memes, they can just chop us right in the throat and shit. Maybe. Tony Rez, Conor put his arm around Putin and realized he fucked up. Yeah, Putin doesn't play games. He's a pretty serious guy. Guy, happy freedom to you. Gypsies are like traveling performers, fortune tellers and such. I mean, that's basically what I said. Panhandlers trying to coerce people into giving them money. Visions, happy freedom to you. Gypsies are thieves. Yeah, I've heard that. Cinderella, they're in Virginia. Weird. I'm going to have to Google gypsies because I just don't know anything about them. I really thought it was like something of the past. Happy freedom, Cinderella. Vinny C. Connor looked high on blow. He might have been. He figured if Hunter could do it, he can do it. What's up, Extra Bill? Happy freedom. He appealed over a month ago. That logical set up by a gold digger. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too, Extra Bill. What's up, Zero? Happy freedom to you. Russell, I am not a cat man, says the guy that's out here feeding cats. Whatever you say, Russell. We kind of believe you. Let's go ahead and get into this next video. Like I said, Whoopi Goldberg claiming that anybody can be deported, your rights are being stolen, and your free speech is being silenced. Now, if that was true, her big, fat, ugly self would not be on TV just hooping and hollering about a bunch of nothing. But here she is, so hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommentTube, and let's get into this.
And you just got to keep your eyes open, y'all, because if they could just come up and take somebody because they've made a decision that you're supposed to be that person, any one of us could find ourselves being deported to some country.
Don't give them any ideas, girl.
Well, listen, you know, it is very clear to me that if we don't continue to say, we want, listen, I understand you want to clean out all the bad stuff. I get it. But why do you now have access to my personal information? I get what the things you're trying to do. I don't understand why you're taking my stuff, my person, not my personally, but each and every one of you.
And your constitutional
rights of free speech. Which, you know, everybody says, you know, you never let us say anything. We're, you know, conservatives. And in fact, you're doing the same thing you are accusing everyone else of doing. And you're doing it in a way we've never seen before because very few people have kept you from speaking out. But this is where we are now. Well, we're right here now. And you see, I beat the music. I beat the music. We'll be right back.
Well, that's more than enough Whoopi Goldberg that I could take in a day. I can't believe people actually sit there and watch the whole show. How do you just not self-delete? It seems like a big part of self-deletion program or some shit. It's like inhumane punishment. Next up, Trump reveals when he is next speaking to Putin in attempts to end the Russian-Ukraine war. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you Hooligans think about Whoopi Goldberg talking all that crap. So stupid. She's so stupid. They're taking all of our constitutional rights. No, they're not. What's crazy is Obama created the Doge program. It was called something else, and it wasn't effective. The way they were running it was not effective. President Trump didn't create Doge. He renamed an already existing program. So it's really funny that people bitch about Doge, even though it's been around for years. And ironically, there's a lot of people today sharing the Obama video. I don't know if I can find it really quick, but it is all over my timeline on X, or it was earlier. Let me see if I can find it really quick, because everybody's sharing it. Now, if I can find it, we're not going to show the whole thing, because I don't know how long it is, but 2 minutes. We're just going to watch a little bit of it.
Requires some tough decisions. And that includes cutting back on billions of dollars in programs that a lot of people care about. But what should be easy is getting rid of the pointless waste and stupid spending that doesn't benefit anybody. Waste we should be getting rid of, even if we didn't have a deficit. Sure, some of these cuts aren't that big, but no amount of waste is acceptable. Not when it's your money. Not at a time when so many Americans are...
Now, like I said, it was great when he was doing it, but now that President Trump is doing it, oh no, the mean orange man, he's out to get us. They got to keep that going. Anyways, read through the chat. Russell, you can't see you, Hill? I don't know what's going on. You guys must have blocked each other or something. Man, everything that Whoopi Goldberg is spewing is the Dems have been doing for the last 4 years. Yeah, that's what they do. They project onto everybody else, and it's real ironic when they make those claims that that's what President Trump is doing. President Trump is reflecting on to everyone else. Is like, well, that's so ironic coming from a Democrat. Hill, she talks a lot for someone about to be deported. Yeah, for real. Well, and I can't believe that the people who watch The View are dumb enough to actually believe that you could just be deported. Like, where are you going to deport me? I was born here. Where are you going to deport me to? The ocean? Nobody else will even take me. I'm not even allowed to go in half the damn countries. So, where am I getting deported to? She's a fucking idiot. Well, and that's the thing. She's not an idiot. She's manipulating her viewers who are idiots. That's the real problem. She's a manipulator. Bubba stuff. 12 miles off the coast. See if I could swim back. No, I'm going to have to practice. Friedrich attacks and Whoopi thinks she sounds so smart. Yeah, and then she's got her claws on the screen. She's constantly doing this while she's talking. I don't know. Doesn't help. Does not help. Roy, Bill Clinton is the founder of Doge. Obama knew about it and spoke of it, but they never went through with it. Go figure. Oh, I didn't realize Bill Clinton was the one that put it together. No, Ad, I think he found all the waste and made sure it started to benefit him. Yeah, that's probably what happened. Screaming Eagle, Elon is suing Whoopi. That's hilarious. J-Dog, what does free speech got to do with illegal immigration? Well, because the lefties are out there saying that Mahmoud Khalil, the Columbia University student in New York who was arrested for being, not just being a part of the pro-Hamas protest, but he was leading them as an activist, they're all saying that he was being arrested for using free speech. But they don't understand that saying death to America, asking for genocide, asking to kill people, that's a call to violence, and that's not under free speech. Like, if you say you want to kill somebody, that's not free speech. That's a crime. So he committed crimes, and he's sympathizing with the terrorist organization, which is why he's looking at getting deported. His green card is about to be revoked, and he's about to be deported. But the lefties claim, no, that's not true. He's just being punished for free speech, and President Trump is a tyrant. Which obviously isn't the case, but that's what they keep pushing. So, of course, Blue Team and their media, they get on the news and they get on their TV shows, and they claim that President Trump and Elon Musk are against free speech. And they just shout it over and over and over again until their brain-dead listeners repeat it to everybody, and they believe it. They consume the content, they believe it. So they walk around and tell everybody else, oh yes, President Trump hates free speech, which obviously is not true. What's up, Mike T? What's up, Muskie Boss? Happy freedom. Muskie Boss, she makes me want to close my eyes. Yeah, she makes me want to close my eyes and facepalm myself. Just shaking in disgust every time I hear her voice. Screaming Eagles, sometimes your Polak really shows. I don't know anything about being Polish. I just know it's in my DNA. Roy, Saturday was your birthday? Well, happy late birthday. I can't remember if you were here or not on Saturday, but I hope Saturday kicked ass for you, Roy. Happy birthday to you. What's up, Mav? Happy freedom. JFK files released tomorrow. Interesting. That's pretty exciting. Hopefully it's not a big nothing burger, kind of like the Epstein files. What's up, Kat? Happy freedom to you. Do we have recordings of him saying those things? Most likely. Google it. Mike Ingalls, Obama just talked. Trump makes it happen. Yeah. So far. What's up, Julius? Happy freedom to you. Screaming Eagle, you're cracking me up. All right, hooligans. We're going to get into this next one. Let me see. Oh, yes. Trump reveals when he is next speaking to Putin in an attempt to end Russia-Ukraine war. Now, before we get into this, I'm going to remind you, hooligans, really quick. If you would like to join the membership program over on Rumble, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and you're using the Rumble app, you're unable to see that big red subscribe button. So you got to go to rumble.com, come to the live, hop in the chat. And like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you will be able to see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We have chapstick emojis, screaming goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. All right, like I said, we're going to get into this next video here. President Trump, when he is next speaking to Putin. If YouTube decides to load, come on, do the thing. There we go. Very nice. Anyways, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Announced maybe by Tuesday. I'll be speaking to President Putin on Tuesday. And a lot of work's been done over the weekend. We want to see if we can bring that war to an end. Maybe we can, maybe we can't, but I think we have a very good chance.
What sort of concessions will you be seeking to have Putin make to get a deal done?
Well, I think we'll, be talking about land. It's a lot of land. It's a lot different than it was before the wars, And we'll be talking about land. We'll be talking about power plants. Because that's up, that's a big question. But I think we have a lot of it already discussed very much by both sides.
You'll ask him.
Ukraine and Russia.
You'll ask him.
We're already talking about that, dividing up certain assets. Yeah, and they've been working on that.
Are you concerned at all about any retaliatory cause from the strikes in Yemen?
About what?
From the airstrikes in Yemen. Are you concerned about any retaliatory measures taken at all?
No, I'm not.
All right, so talks with Putin coming up in an effort to try and end the Ukraine-Russia war. I think it's really interesting that he brings up territory, because anytime you see the maps they post over on X, you can see ground that Russia has taken over. You can see area that Ukraine is currently occupying. Apparently both sides, at least from these posts that have been going on the last week or so. A lot of people are saying that they intend on keeping those territories that they have taken over, and they plan on using it for leverage later on. So it's starting with a ceasefire, and then it's going to evolve into some sort of agreement to actually end the war. I assume we'll have a follow-up on this as soon as President Trump speaks to Vladimir Putin. Next up, we got another Trump video titled "Biden Allowed Autopen Usage and It Voids J6 Committee Pardons." Now, they decided to title it like that, but they actually show President Trump's post on Truth, and he lists basically all pardons. He's saying that pardons made with the Autopen should be void. Now, it's not really clear if it is void or they just think it should be void, or if they're going to do something to make it void. It's not really clear on that, but either way, that's coming up next. First, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about President Trump and his efforts to try and end the Russia-Ukraine war. Zero, give what Russia has taken back to Russia. They voted to become part of Russia again. Well, we'll see how it goes. I'm sure President Trump will fill us in once they have their discussion. It's kind of a weird situation. I figured that they would just go back to how things were, but apparently that's not the case. Russell, I want a power plant. What are you going to do with a power plant, Russell? Zero, I'm wearing my green long sleeve hooligan shirt today. That's awesome, Zero. Those long sleeve shirts are actually rare. I had the last few designs. I have not made long sleeve shirts. I can if you guys request it, but they're rare, Zero. So you got a rare shirt. When we first started making merch, we had spaghetti string tank tops that had Hooligan and the Jeff Mac logo on it. And all the hooligans that got those are limited edition. We can't even make those anymore. So a lot of times the merch that we have is actually limited. I don't know how to express that to people. But yeah, there's urgency when we put out designs and new merch and stuff, because eventually it may not be available. We will have a new design coming out pretty soon. We just have some last minute adjustments that I needed made. Maybe tomorrow we'll have a brand new merch design. Holy Snooks, I am not reading that out loud. Never tried it myself. I don't know if it's spicy or not. Russell, you guys, you and U-Hill had the whole chat wondering what was going on with blocking each other. You got everybody. Dang, U-Hill, finally some boobies I can show everybody in the chat. They're redacted, though. It's unfortunate. That's a good one, U-Hill. That's a good one. Bobby, Ukraine is ours too. We need a piece of that. Yeah, until they start paying us back. We own Ukraine. Screaming Eagle, the janitor used the Autopen to sign executive orders. Everything's got to be undone. I agree. I say undo it. If it ain't got the real signature on it, it's void. No ad. No, Russia will want the Donbass. That's for sure, because that, I believe, is their only warm water port that doesn't freeze in the winter. I don't know anything about it, no ad. I don't know anything about any of that stuff over there. So I believe you. Metal Mouth, boobs are life. That's right. Happy freedom to you, Metal Mouth, and happy St. Patrick's Day. You guys going to drink green beer later? I used to do that when I was younger. Gives you the shits, though, you know. It's just like peeing and pooping green, and then your tongue's green, and then you got a headache and diarrhea the next day. When you get older, you know, you just don't want those problems. So I was curious. You guys drinking that green beer today or what? Too Old to Care, does that look like a bathroom doorway? I think it's a separate office area, Too Old to Care. It does kind of look like a bathroom doorway, but I don't think it is. I know when we saw Old Man Walter on Air Force One, there was Blinken hiding in the bathroom like Biden's secret mistress or something like that. But I think President Trump's in a secure area, like an office area, and then he comes out to address the press that are on board Air Force One. That's what I think is going on. Puff and Stuff Bondi was supposed to turn in her report on Sunday on the things put in place by Biden against the Second Amendment. Interesting. I wonder what the turnout for that is. WC, no green beer for me. Yeah, it's festive the first couple times you do it. Tree herder puffing some green. Well, that's very St. Patrick's Day of you. U-Hill, finally some boobs I can show everyone, but they're redacted. Jeez, Jeff's DMs later. How dare you tease us all? I know, U-Hill, I'm just a big tease. Jeb, Chicago has two-headed green fish for St. Patrick's Day. I saw that they dyed the river green. They do that in Niles, too. In Niles, Michigan, where I'm from, there's a river there that it splits like the town in half, and they always make it all green, or they float Santa Claus in a sleigh sometimes. They make it festive. Mike T got the green eggs and ham? Nah, I ain't seen that. I bet it gives you diarrhea too. Just saying. Jeez, Bobby, I'm kicking back smoking some crack. It's not green. That ain't festive at all, Bobby. Come on, man. What's up, Metamorph? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Kickboy? Happy freedom to you. Teasel, I almost drank a green mimosa, but got a kind beer. Nothing wrong with that. I've never had a green mimosa. That's interesting. What's up, Tactical? Happy freedom to you. What's up, J Spray? Happy freedom to you. J Spray, the Grand River will be green tomorrow. What are you saying there? WC, don't eat the green snow. That's right. That's good advice. I wish we didn't have snow right now, but you know, life. Let's go ahead and get into this next video. Like I said, this is President Trump saying that Biden's alleged Autopen usage voids J6 committee pardons. Come on, YouTube. I'm so tired of the stupid buffering bullshit. Come on. Let's do the thing. There must be something wrong with their servers. All right. When she's giving you that O face. She gives you that O face. You stuck it in the wrong hole. Anyways, go ahead and hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommiTube, and let's get into this.
President Trump doubling down over the weekend on his claim that his predecessor, Joe Biden, used an Autopen to add his signature to crucial documents. Mills Hayes is here with us this morning. So, Mills, describe this to us. What exactly is an Autopen? And is there any evidence that President Biden was heavily relying on one, like President Trump claims?
Well, good morning, Marky. Happy to be back here. An Autopen is a device that replicates someone's signature. It's something that celebrities often use to sign autographs for fans, and it provides an identical signature every single time, like almost a stamp. It's common knowledge that presidents use the device too. Harry Truman, believed to be the first U.S. president to do so almost 100 years ago. But the White House doesn't exactly broadcast that they're doing it for obvious reasons. The issue here, according to President Trump, is how much his predecessor was allegedly relying on it. And overnight, the president upping the ante, posting that the pardons signed by President Biden are, quote, hereby declared void, vacant, and of no further force or effect because of the fact that they were done by Autopen. In other words, Joe Biden did not sign them. He continues those on the unselect committee, referring to the House committee that investigated January 6th, should, quote, fully understand that they are subject to investigation at the highest level. The fact is that they were probably responsible for the documents that were signed on their behalf without their knowledge or consent. This claim originated from the Heritage Foundation's oversight project. They highlighted signatures from pardons that the president signed, including those for Anthony Fauci, Mark Milley, and the January 6th committee. They allege that the signatures are identical, suggesting the use of an Autopen. They contrasted those signatures with the one announcing Biden's withdrawal from the 2024 presidential race, which they say is noticeably different. The president suggested on Truth Social, quote, the person who was the real president during the Biden years was the person who controlled the Autopen. Here's what President Trump first said about the claim on Friday.
Crooked Joe Biden got us into a real mess with Russia and everything else he did, frankly, but he didn't know about it. And he, generally speaking, signed it with Autopen. So how would he know? That Autopen is a big deal. 99% of the time I say do it, but they come up and I sign it. But you don't use Autopen. It's, number one, it's disrespectful to the office.
Markey, so far, no response from President Biden or anyone who worked in the Biden White House. But again, this is something that presidents do use and have used for decades. President George W. Bush's Justice Department actually made a legal argument that an Autopen signature is just as valid as the president's handwritten signature when it comes to signing bills. Markey?
Fascinating. A lot more to come on this story. Mills Hayes, it is good to have you back. Thank you. We'll check back in. Thanks for watching.
I don't know. I don't think important documents should be signed with an Autopen. I think you should have to sign it yourself. Just like President Trump does. Every time we watch executive order being signed, not live, because they don't show it live. Showing that last live made me never want to even attempt to try and show a White House live again. It was such a waste of time. We were live like 4 minutes. Stopped me from making the schedule and everything just for nothing. The White House is showing lives like crap lately. At least they're still doing the press briefings okay. Everything else is a shit show, though. I hate that. Anyways, like I was saying, I don't think Autopen should be used on real important documents and stuff. If there's things that's like protocol, no big deal, just need to sign off so everybody can get back to work, then yeah, I mean, I guess I could see that. But if you're signing EOs and pardons, you should have to hand sign that crap. I mean, I don't know. Otherwise, you got these kind of issues where they don't even know if Biden knew that documents were being signed in his name. They don't know if he was doing it. They don't know if the staff was doing it. They don't know. But what they do know is all the documents have the same exact signature. They need to come to a conclusion if it is void. There's a lot of people who are no longer pardoned, right? So like Fauci and all those other assholes, maybe their pardon is going to end up void. And then maybe Kash Patel or somebody will do something about those people's choices they made over the last 4 or 5 years. A lot of questions here. A lot of questions. Hopefully we get answers on it. I'm hoping there's a follow-up video on this situation and that they don't just throw this under the rug and then never bring it up again. I'm ready for some accountability. There's so much opportunity out here. Start arresting people. And I think that people would be excited to see some arrests going on. It seems like everybody's on the same page. We need accountability. Next up, Chris Hansen nabs an illegal border crosser in sex trafficking operation. It's good stuff. It's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about this Autopen situation. Zero Autopen, that almost says something else. Autopen is supposed to be for letters and cards and fluffy stuff. Yeah. Well, I mean, and that makes sense. But for old man Walter to have basically every document he signed except for when he dropped out of the race as an Autopen, that's super suspicious. Russell, your dad wanted to name you Boy? That's interesting. Your dad wanted to be able to yell, "Come here, boy." Russell. I think your name's just fine. Goodness. You Hill, it definitely says something else. Yeah, it was about a letter short of saying a whole different thing. Russell, Biden didn't even know what he was signing. Yeah, no, he didn't. I don't think he knows anything. Like I said, when was the last time we even seen him? Is he still with us? Like, when's the funeral? Like, what is... I don't know. Why aren't they interviewing him? Why don't they have him come on Fox or News Nation or Newsmax or something and, I don't know, answer some questions about this Autopen? Why not? Zupia, happy freedom to you. I got a buddy whose middle name is Space Trucker and his sister's middle name is Sky Castle. That's quite eccentric, Zupia. I've never heard of a middle name like that. Metalmouth, where's Klaus? He's out doing the parameter check. He was in here clearing his claws for a second, tugging on his tower. But, yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back. WC, LSD's one hell of a drug. Yeah, I'm saying. Metalmouth, a lot of important historical documents need to be put back into the Oval Office. Yeah. Basically, everything Biden did needs to be undone. That's what needs to go on. Non-woke Joe was on autopilot. Yeah. They're having a hard time trying to redirect him into the White House and all of that. Free text and anyone could use your Autopen signature. Yeah. Well, like, just imagine Nancy Pelosi trying to do like a national cap on vodka, and then she just goes over there and signs it as Biden. That's all it would take. Just wander into the office and do the thing. Roy, my signatures are never the same. It depends what I'm signing. Sometimes I'll sign thing as Deadpool, or like just random signatures, just spell something like "eat my ass." I mean, nobody cares. Nobody cares. If it's important, I try to sign it similar to my ID. That way, if some sort of fraudulent shit happens, I can at least try and, recover from it. But that's about it. Screaming Eagle boobs are good for you. They are. It's like vitamins. You need to take 2 right in the mouth every day. Damn. Just like that. Anyways. Non-woke, why did Fauci need a pardon? I'm not sure, but if his pardon expires because of this Autopen, we should ask him. Mike T, I used to think my first name was Damn It. Yeah, it happens. Roy, it needs to be proven that Biden wasn't even in the office. Yeah. Well, like I said, hopefully we got a follow-up on all of this. Ghostly, I knew a hippie that named her sons Spirit and Scout. She gave them dog names. Well, Ghostly, hopefully she treats them better than dogs. Russell, yeah, I tug on the tower occasionally. Yeah, it's the way. This is the way. What's up, Cassie J? Happy freedom to you. Metamorph, Walter is sleeping. Most likely. Most likely. What's up, Jay Muzu? Happy freedom to you. Jay Muzu, gotta change. WEF wants E-pens, not ballpoints. It's bad for the climate. Can get thrown in prison for speaking out. Nah. What a bunch of nonsense. I wouldn't be surprised if they really were on that. What's up, Frank? Happy freedom to you. Jesus loves this tactical. I can't read that out loud. But I am gonna post it over on the website so everyone can enjoy that. That is hilarious. What's up, Agent 48? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Zach? Zach, we have to start speaking about it or it will get brushed off. Yeah, I think today is our second or third day talking about it. We'll see if the mainstream news actually gets a hold of it. What's up, Itchy? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Donald? If you guys share out the live, it helps other people learn about it. Wayward, I'm Ray Finkel. Come on, man. Laces out. Yep. Wayward, I'd love to see Tucker interview Hunter or Jill. Oh my God, that would be awesome. That would be so awesome to watch. Watch him squirm. Russell, I broke Ohio law. That's so funny. Appreciate you, U-Hill. All right, hooligans. We're going to get into this next one. Like I said, Chris Hansen nabs the illegal border crosser in sex string operation. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans really quick to go check out the Only Hooligan shop that was created by Alistair. Over at the Only Hooligan shop, you can get cool custom hooligan items. Now, Alistair put this together, like I said, and everything in there is created by Alistair. This is in an effort to get rid of third-party systems that we deal with because we don't have very much control over quality or shipping times. So definitely go check out the Only Hooligan shop. You're also welcome to email Alistair with ideas of custom items and whatnot so we can fill the store up. But definitely go check it out because it does help me, it helps Alistair, and it helps keep the live running. Like I said, we're getting into this next video here with Chris Hansen. Let me get it pulled up really quick. This stupid buffering drives me nuts. Alright, here we go. Hit that like button if you got a like button, and let's get into this.
Trump's border plan's already paying off. The number of bad hombres breaching one of our main entry points, down 100%. The migrants just stopped coming. At this rate, Mnuchin might be out of a job. And the illegals who are already here still have a chance to self-deport. Thanks to the CBP1 app. Remember, Joe Biden used it kind of as like an open table for illegals where they can just make a reservation to break into the country. But Trump took it over, and now Juan can only make a reservation to leave. And for the illegals who are still here and choose to prey on America's children, Chris Hansen has a surprise.
Come on in. It's nice and warm in here.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I'm Ivy.
Ivy.
This is Sky.
Yes, Sky. How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right. Do you want to go ahead and get ready? Okay.
How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Why don't you have a seat right over there in that stool there?
Huh?
Good. Does he have a seat over there?
Okay.
How you doing?
Good.
Good. What's happening?
Not much.
It's quite a car you got out there.
It is.
Yeah. Fast?
Huh?
Fast?
Fast.
Is it a fast car?
A little bit.
Yeah. Are you here in this country legally?
I'm married.
But are you a U.S. citizen?
I'm fixing my status.
You're trying to become a U.S. citizen. And what country are you from?
Mexico.
Mexico.
Chris Hansen's the host of Takedown. That guy was showing up to see two women?
He was showing up to have sex with a 15-year-old girl who was being sold, trafficked by her older relative.
Oh, boy.
Mother.
All right.
So
and this guy's from Mexico?
He's from Mexico. He worked at a medical center in Birmingham, Alabama, in maintenance. He brought a lot of money, like $4,000, and his shirt, Jesse, said, "Snake in the grass."
These people don't even understand the irony here.
Well, he was one of 6 men we arrested, along with the Blount County Sheriff Mark Moon and his team, the 2 days before Valentine's Day. So what a surprise they got, right?
Oh, boy.
One of the men, Anthony, shows up, and he was packing heat.
Let's see it.
Have you ever met anybody online for sex before?
Never.
Well, that's not what you said before. So, Anthony, there's some stuff you need to know.
I do.
No. You got condoms there. You got a loaded gun. Is it a 9? Anthony, look at me for a minute. and then I'm going to let these guys take over. I'm Chris Hansen.
Oh, I'm on a TV show?
You're on the TV show.
I mean, how many times has that happened?
Almost every time. You know, in the last month, we've busted about 18 guys, Jesse, all over the country. And usually, if they don't recognize me in the very beginning, at some point during the conversation they do. This fellow, Anthony, not only had the gun that was in his waistband loaded, he had another gun in his car along with 30 credit cards that were not his.
Did they even recognize you if they're from Mexico?
Sometimes they do. Now, interestingly, every time we catch an illegal, I like to go back and see what the United States has done for that country, Mexico. From 2001 to 2024, USA gave Mexico $22 billion. That's all in. That's USAID, Homeland Security, the whole thing.
Wow.
Last year, 2024, $185 million. Now, that included $38 million in administrative costs for USAID, as well as $7 million for pay and benefits. And get this, we gave them another $7.5 million to help Mexico reduce its carbon emissions to zero.
Oh, wonderful. Did they do that? The answer is no.
No. And we gave them another $5 million for vulnerable people on the move and $10 million to help Mexican workers form labor unions.
Wow. Vulnerable people on the move. That would be Rosie O'Donnell.
Right.
Because I don't know if you heard, she's on the move to Ireland.
Or Everardo, who we caught in Blount County, Alabama.
Right. One's a pedophile. One is not a patriot. But that's okay. We love you, Rosie, and you're welcome back anytime. El Dorado, whatever your name is, you're not welcome here at all.
And you can see it all on True Blue, my streaming crime network. Watch trueblue.com.
And the podcast.
The podcast is Predators I've Caught.
All right. And we've caught quite a lot.
And we have.
Thank you very much, Chris
Thank you,
Hansen.
Jesse.
Well, that's Chris Hansen there, busting pedos like normal, but then now we got illegals who are also falling for the trap. And I think that's pretty damn efficient, considering these illegals keep attacking young women, most of them being under the age of 18. Maybe this is the path to mass deportation. Maybe Chris Hansen is what we actually need. Maybe Tom Homan wasn't the right choice. We need Chris Hansen to actually do the mass deportations, because he's actually getting shit done. I don't know. Either way, glad it's working. Next up, we might be playing these videos back to back because they are about the same topic. First one's titled Activist Judge. This is all about resisting Trump. And then our second video is They Think They Have Infinite Power. GOP Representative Burchett rips federal judge for halting deportations. And like I'm saying, both videos, they're going to be talking about how we are getting people from Guantanamo Bay back here. They're being shipped to, I believe it's Louisiana. We're also getting people from El Salvador that are being shipped back to the U.S. And they're stopping, they're stifling, let's do that. They're stifling this mass deportation. We covered a lot of this on Free Speech Saturday, but this is a little bit of follow-up information because when we covered it on Saturday, we didn't really know why these things were happening. We just found out that they were. Now we found out that there's a judge who did something and screwed all of this up. So either way, this is coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about Chris Hansen out here busting pedophiles and illegals. Russell, Chris Hansen is great. Yeah. I'll never forget that Edward did a cameo thing with Chris Hansen to give us a message about my Diablo usage and all of that. I'll have to find the clip. The only thing that sucks about Cameo is you can't download the videos. So I don't have like the video by itself of Chris Hansen talking to us, but it's in one of the lives. Jay Spray, oh shit, I'm famous. Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna be on TV. Yeah, you're on TV, bud. Russell busted. Yep, he was. Jay Spray, more Chris Hansen, start making more pedo. More what? I don't know what that last part says. Either way, I'm glad that somebody's doing something. What I really wonder is, out of all the pedophiles that Chris Hansen catches, how many of them actually get real charges? How many of them get cut loose? How many of them get probation? How many of them get fines and weekends? I'd like to know what those numbers are, because like in Ludington, where I was doing the flag walks and all of that stuff, for some reason they got so much sympathy out there for pedophiles. You'd be reading in the paper and somebody gets caught with, I don't know, coke or something, they're doing like 2 years in prison. A pedophile gets caught with a 9-year-old, nah, he's doing weekends and 20 hours of community service. And that stuff does not make sense to me. And it's been that way the whole time I've even known that Ludington existed. For like 17 years, I've watched that happen. And so I really wonder, because I know Ludington's not the only place. There's lots of places where they just, for some reason, are soft on pedophiles. That doesn't make any sense. That's the opposite of what I think should happen. But I just wonder, since Chris Hansen's been busting pedophiles for like 3 decades, how many of them actually go to prison? What's up, Justin Sane? Happy freedom to you. Show me to screen record the cameo. I don't have access to it now, and at the time I didn't have a way to screen record. WC, I volunteer to help with the castrations. I mean, I still think that's too good for them. Shroomish, the fact that he brought a gun is nuts. Yeah, what did he think he was going to do? He's out here meeting what he thinks is 14, 15-year-olds, so he brought a gun? You think he did that just to seem cool? Ghostly, dumb fuck's lucky to be alive. Yeah, drawing his weapon in front of cops? Yeah, he's lucky that he didn't get smoked. Non-woke, no green beer for you. That's right. What's up, High Plains Drifter? Happy freedom to you. What's up, guess some? Happy freedom to you. Metamorph. Free TV here in South California is airing commercials saying self-deport or we will find you and you'll never get citizenship. That's kind of badass, Metamorph. I seen that Pam Bondi was saying that stuff, and I think the CBP Home app also says that their only chance to come back to America legally is if they deport themselves, because if they let Tom Homan get them or anything like that, if ICE gets a hold of them, they're never allowed to come back. I don't know, it's a pretty good incentive. They should never came here illegally to begin with. What's up, Killer J? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Chaplain? Happy freedom to you. Guess who? Happy freedom. Chris Hansen here. What's your immigration status? Yeah, things have changed. Did he think he was going to a Diddy party? Yikes. I don't know what he was thinking. Zach, your birthday is tomorrow? You're going to have to stop by so we can wish you a happy birthday. What's up, Pesky? Happy freedom. Chris Hansen's first show was canceled because he was catching too many cops and politicians. Yeah, I heard that To Catch a Predator was canceled because he caught like the governor's son or something in one of the pedophile traps. Now, I don't know how true that is, but now he's on to other things, it seems. Ms. Gen X. Illegals taking the bait. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, it's so effective. I love that. I'm glad. Bust them. Get them up out of here. Wayward, do you have the busted paper or magazine where you live? The monthly jail photos? I used to love it. No, I've never heard of that. I mean, we have the paper and we can see who went to jail, but I've never heard of like busted or anything like that. We don't have that here. When I was younger, it used to be all my friends going to jail and stuff. Now I don't know anybody that's going to jail because I just don't know anybody in general. I like to keep things that way. More people you got in your life, the more problems you have. And I don't like problems. Zupia, did you hear about the Arkansas state trooper going to truck stops and arresting and fining any driver who can't read, write, or speak English? I'll try to find a short clip if you have time. Yeah, I'll check it out, Zupia. Definitely send it to me. Freely Get Text and Busted is on Facebook too. I'll have to check it out. I've never even heard of that. Agent O, they banned Busted Mag here. Where are you at, Agent O? I can't believe it. I've never heard of it and it's already getting banned everywhere. Wait, that's why I liked reading it. I knew everyone in the city back then. Yeah, it's fairly entertaining when you know the people in the paper. The ones going to jail, especially if you get to see their mugshot and they're all disheveled looking. You're like, hey, I know that guy. Yep. All right, hooligans. We're going to get into this next one. Like I said, I think we're going to play these videos back to back because they're all about the same topic. We'll be starting off with Activist Judge. This is about resisting Trump. Come on, thing. It's so stupid. I was going to say, I was like, come on, we're just going to watch it buffer. Jesus loves us. Once again, this is Activist Judge. This is about resisting Trump.
And we kick it off with the hot topic of the hour. More than 250 suspected illegal gang members arrived in El Salvador's mega prison last night after the Trump administration invoked the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 to quickly deport them out of America. But a federal judge is blocking Trump's use of that act, ordering the flights to return to America. However, the White House says the planes were already en route when the ruling came down. The president explaining his decision. Watch.
These were bad people. That was a bad group of, as I say, hombres. Well, this is a time of war because Biden allowed millions of people, many of them criminals, many of them at the highest level. They emptied jails out. Other nations emptied their jails into the United States. That's an invasion.
The White House says the administration did not refuse to comply with a court order. It was issued after terrorist Tren de Aragua aliens had already been removed from U.S. territory. A single judge in a single city cannot direct the movements of an aircraft carrier full of foreign alien terrorists who were physically expelled from U.S. soil. Trump also thanked El Salvador and its president for accepting the prisoners. They made an agreement in February that El Salvador would accept deportees of any nationality for a small fee. Really interesting developments here. Liz Peek, your reaction.
Okay. Now, like I said, we're going to play these videos back to back. They gave us the context of what's going on for everybody who was here for Free Speech Saturday. It's kind of a little redundant because we already know that was happening. But I figured that was an easy little crash course to understand what happened over the weekend. This is going to give us some more details. This is titled, They Think They Have Infinite Power. Actually, hold on. Yes. They think they have infinite power. GOP Representative Burchett rips federal judge for halting deportations. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommiTube. And let's get into this.
For more on the president's efforts to crack down on migrant crime, we want to bring in Tennessee GOP Congressman Tim Burchett. Great to have you with us again, my friend. We appreciate your time this weekend. I just want to share this from Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, and she is practically incandescent over this idea that a judge would say, hey, listen, bring them back. She says, in part, a D.C. trial judge supported Tren de Aragua terrorists over the safety of Americans. This order disregards well-established authority regarding President Trump's power, and it puts the public and law enforcement at risk. She goes on to say, the Department of Justice is undeterred in its efforts to work with the White House, the Department of Homeland Security, and all of our partners to stop this invasion and make America safe again. Strong words from the AG, and this is part of that fallout you and I discussed by that Supreme Court ruling, which for many is completely inexplicable. Now, any judge, it just about seems, can muck up the works, if you'll pardon the expression.
Yes, sir. I think
the definition I heard, the difference between God and some of these judges. God knows he's not one of those judges. They think they have infinite power. And President Trump is correct in all of his assumptions. These people are here illegally. They rape, murder, rob, human trafficking, everything else. And to beat it all, they're here illegally. They're here illegally. And at some point, we're going to have to take our country back. And I think that's why people elected Donald J. Trump as president. And I'm glad to see Ms. Bondi doing something correct, because this can't go on. And we got to quit writing letters. We have to have action out of Congress. We have to have action from the people. It has to be a grassroots type effort. And until that happens, I'm afraid Congress is going to lose its guts once again, and we'll move on to another shiny object.
Yeah, and there are a number of people who simply say, listen, I'm just going to keep doing what we're doing, and we'll see how the Supreme Court weighs in. And although in this particular case this last time, that didn't work out so well for the administration. You mentioned something I think that's really important, Congressman, and that is you have to get the agenda over the finish line if you're going to do more than have, say, executive orders and executive actions and things that can be challenged. What, if anything, are we doing to see that move forward on Capitol Hill? I think there are a number of Americans who feel like now's the time to stop the talk and to walk the walk.
Well, you know, as I've said, we have 100 to 150 days in, I think, before Congress loses its guts once again, and the outright corruption that I think that has infected Washington, D.C. will be exposed. But I wish we could just, every time the president would issue an executive order, I wish that was legislation that'd be assigned to a legislator, and I've urged our leadership there. But the sewer that is Washington, the staff, and just the muck that it is that we've created is very deep to wade through. And I hope the American public does not lose interest in this. It keeps the pressure on. I used to say when I was in the state legislature in Tennessee, three phone calls was a groundswell of support. And I hope you all are lighting up the lines and emailing and Xing, especially on X, exposing this and exposing the votes that are going on, or that should be going on. And, you know, like I said, I'm not much on writing these strong letters. I want to kick somebody's butt, and that's why they elected Donald J. Trump to do that. If we don't follow that mandate, we again will be in the minority.
Yeah, a lot of people using that app Call 5 to light up those lines, because I think you're right. I think there has to be more than just sort of Washington as usual if you ever intend to advance not just the president's agenda, but for the agenda for the American people, broadly speaking. In the 15 seconds or so that we have left, what's coming up this week? Anything you want to share with us?
Well, hopefully the mess with the Houthis is going to get straightened out. I have legislation that would help fix that. You got about 15% of the world trade flows through there. And I think it shows that we need to become more energy independent with the oil, and we need to drill our oil and not have to go through these areas that are controlled by radicals that are funded by Iran.
Drill, baby, drill. Congressman Burchett, always a pleasure. Thank you for spending time with us again this weekend, my friend. We appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. It's a great pleasure. And go Vols.
That's
go
right.
Vols.
Looking good. Go Vols. We've had a couple Tennessee folks on today. Looking good down there in the Volunteer State. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
Hey.
All right. So, leftist judges out here stifling the mass deportation every step of the way. Over the weekend, when we were doing Free Speech Saturday, we were covering videos and stuff that were saying that they were making claims that the conditions were inhumane, that people in Guantanamo Bay were being held in, and there's a lot of worry about whether or not the illegals have access to counsel. But the right to an attorney is for American citizens. Illegals don't have the right to an attorney. So I don't understand why they put so much spotlight on that. And then why is it that nobody stopped what Old Man Walter was doing? When Biden was signing executive orders and making decisions, everybody act like you just had to do that. You just had to comply with it. There was nothing you could do. It was an executive order. You just had to deal with it. But everything President Trump does is getting stifled one way or another. Like, it just seems like they're stopping him every step of the way. And it's going to be a long 4 years if this is how things are going to be. But it just makes me wonder, why didn't anybody stand in the way of what Biden was doing for the last 4 years? How come that never happened? And they act like it's so easy to stop what President Trump is doing. He says something, and in 24 hours, they stop it somehow. So I don't know. They need to start getting tough on crime. They need to get tough on these Soros judges and people like that. Anybody who's backed by corruption, they need to figure out how to get them out. Otherwise, like I said, nothing's going to get done, and this is going to be a real tough 4 years. Mass deportations was one of the biggest things that President Trump was campaigning on, and if we don't get that, that's going to really suck, because that is one of the big reasons that I voted for President Trump was mass deportations and kicking dudes out of women's sports, and everything else was just a little bit of extra for me. But it just sucks to watch every step of the way there's somebody else causing these problems for the Trump agenda. That is the last little bit of the news. We got the fun stuff coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat and see what you hooligans think about them. Now, I don't want to say halting, but they are stifling this mass deportation. What's up, Sam? Happy freedom to you. What is Vols? I've seen you say that, and then Burchett just said it on the live. I don't know what Vols is. Matt Rogers, happy freedom to you. I believe that you are correct. They're going to fight President Trump on everything he does for the next 4 years. Yeah. Well, and I thought it wasn't going to be that way. They were saying, well, we got the House, we got the Senate, we got the Oval Office, and still we can't get anything done? That it just, I don't know. It's so weird. I just don't understand it. Guess happy me day since I'm actually Irish. It's badass. Guess Okay, happy St. Patrick's Day to you, Sam. Russell Burchett needs a handlebar mustache. I didn't know who he was until right before the election, but every time we have him on, he's making a lot of sense. I'm starting to like Burchett. Guess Judge is way overstepping on this one. I think so too. What's the point of being president if some low-ranking judge can just be like, nope, just slap it out of the sky? Nope, get out of here. Guess Houston Gray News, a licensed embalmer for Texas, is facing charges after officials say that he cut off a dead man's wiener in February with a scalpel after finding out he was a registered sex offender. Well, I hope he wasn't collecting them, guess that's a interesting story there. What's up, Nana? Happy freedom to you. WC Tennessee Volunteers, Mary Todd, Volunteer State. What is that? Like what are they volunteering for? What's up, Bill Clay? Happy freedom to you. Trigger, what happened to dictator for a day? I don't know. Apparently executive orders don't do the same when you're a Republican versus when you're a Democrat. Screaming Eagle, don't want to end up in that prison. No, that looks like a hellhole. That looks terrible. I would never want to be in those situations. Those guys did not look like they were having fun. Janet, he lost me with Go Vols. My Gators kicked some Vols ass and won the SEC championship. Oh, it's sports. There's a sports team called the Volunteers. I don't know about that. That's not a good sports team name in my opinion, but I don't know enough about it. Told to care, take names and remember everyone restricting justice. That's right, midterms is coming up. We're going to have to keep this in mind when we go out there to vote. Ghostly, the judge interfering with international diplomacy is very illegal. Yeah, I don't understand why they're letting it happen. Like, why? Why did they let it happen? Why comply with it? What's the consequences? What is the consequences of the president not complying with a low-ranking judge? What is the consequences of that? It's like being like the dishwasher at McDonald's. No, it's like being the general manager of a McDonald's and having the dishwasher say, do this or else. What are you going to do? You're nobody. You're nobody in comparison to people at the top of the totem pole there. So like, I just don't get that. President Trump doesn't comply with some random ass judge. What are you going to do? Like, you going to fight Secret Service? Like, what are you going to do? It just, I don't know. None of this makes any sense to me. Oh, thank you for letting me know, Matt Rogers. I couldn't figure it out. College sports. I don't know a lot about college sports. I know we got Michigan State and we got Michigan Wolverines, and I don't watch sports, so I don't know if they do good or bad. I just know about them. What's up, Plastic Quack? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Elisa? Happy freedom to you. I don't know if it's basketball or not. Oh, we love you too, Nana. Meta, they have to prolong the corruption, collect as much as they can. They're all backdoor dealing. Yeah. We got to get these shitty people out when it's time to vote. What's up, Torp? Happy freedom. What's up, Chewy? What's up, TBD? Vinny, see, these judges are all bought and paid for? Yeah. Well, I'm sure. Otherwise, they wouldn't be out here dealing with corruption. Not to the degree that they are. Itchy brain martial law? Nah, we ain't gonna see no martial law. Not unless something crazy happens, but those people don't want those problems. Vinny C, you like the Michigan Wolverines? What's up, Savage? Happy freedom to you. What's up, J-Dog? Tactical. It's not happening in their backyard, so until it hits them close to home, rather than seeing them as simple voters, they don't want change. Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. Somebody said martial law. Like, nah, they don't want martial law. They want everyone to comply. If they start martial law, there's going to be a big portion of people who have been waiting for that day to show up ever since the lockdowns. No, they need more cool-off time before they try and lock us down again. I think a lot of people will not react correctly to that. Plus, I don't think President Trump has any intentions of enacting martial law. It was different when Biden was running the things. That could have been it could have been a Wednesday and they'd have dropped martial law on us. Thankfully, that didn't happen. I don't think President Trump's going to do that, though. All right, hooligans, I think we better get into the fun stuff here. Like I said, we're going to open today's door from the advent calendar that was sent to us by Wad, and we're going to cover our 2 funny videos of the day. First one's titled, We Follow the Constitution, and our official funny video of the day is titled, Take That, Houthis. Like I said, all of that's coming up next, but first I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, if you would like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use that Linktree link in the description in order to send donations. You could do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can even send crypto. Let's open today's door from the advent calendar that was sent to us by Wad. Today is day 5. I never know because it's all out of order because this is full of whiskey. So let's see what we get today. Ooh. Today is 5. Where is the 5 on here? Got it. Ooh. Let's see what we get. We got some shit I can't read. The Glendronach Highland Single Malt Scotch Whiskey, 12 years old, Single malt Scotch whiskey, 43%. It's the good stuff. That's what it says. Now, we're not going to try this right now as much as I really want to. I like that tan color. You see this? That's good stuff right there. That's good stuff. Might have to try this after the live. Goodness. Thank you so much, Wad. I really appreciate it. All right, hooligans. Let's get into the fun stuff. Get these videos pulled up really, really quick like. Bringing Tom Homan in here. He's got some words. He's got some words for you guys. All right, hooligans. This is titled, We Follow the Constitution.
You say to those who claim you're using a 200-year-old law to circumvent due process?
An old law? Not as old as the Constitution. We still pay attention to that, don't we?
You say to those who claim you're using...
All right. We follow the Constitution around here. We can get into our official funny video of the day. Let's get this pulled up. This is titled, Take That, Houthis. Yes. Well, hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. Grab this Linktree link really quick. We're going to drop it in all the chats. We're going to read through, and we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up next. Everybody yelling 4 in the chat. Love that. Love that. Is this link working right? What's up, Master Voltaire? Happy freedom to you. Alright, hooligans, there is a Linktree link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there, keeping the conversation going 24/7. And we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You'll have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, which is to encourage open discussion. You'll have access to the arcade, which is full of games that are a ton of fun. And you will also have access to our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats that gives you the ability to text each other, call each other, video call each other, group texting, group calling, group video calling, and more. jeffmaclive.com is the place to be and the home of the hooligans. So definitely go get yourself a membership. Like I said, we're going to read through really quick, and we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up next. Guess love golf. It's my favorite game. I really like golf too. I am terrible at it though. I am not good at golf at all. But I like that when you go to a golf course, they're nicely maintained. So you don't have like mosquitoes bothering you and stuff like that. You're not walking in dog shit. Plus, every time you lose your ball, you might come back with 10, 11 more that you found in the woods on the way, you know? So drinking beer, driving golf carts, it's good stuff. Now, I might do triple pathetic on my scorecard, but I always have a good time when I go golfing. I'd like to go golfing with President Trump, but the way he would shame me, you know, just would never be able to do that. Happy freedom to you, Breeze by you. Matt Rogers been on a real golf course once in the mid-90s. Why? Are you just not a fan of it, Matt? See, where I live, I'm sure the golf courses are expensive, but there's an off season because Michigan experiences winter 7 months out of the year. So when you're in the off season, at least near me, there's a golf course where they charge $1 a hole in the off season, and then it's $1 for the golf cart and $1 if you got to rent clubs. I have my own clubs because I'm left-handed. It is what it is. But for like $9, you got a couple hours worth of fun. You can run 9 holes really quick, or you get a buddy coming with you. You guys throw down $20 or whatever, get a couple beers, and be good to go. And it's like I said, $20. Go play a full round of golf. Have like 5 hours of your day, enjoying the outdoors. So that's the only reason I play. Otherwise, if I had to pay some crazy membership fee or something, I'd never go golfing. Guess you're in control of that scorecard. You can be as good as the pencil you use. That's true. Guess some. I got too much honor though. I won't try and say I'm doing better than I actually am. I just won't. Because one day somebody will find that and hold me to it, and I don't want to have to admit that I suck at golf. So I just go ahead and do the thing. I don't want to be busted out in front of everybody. I'm just too honest for that. Sam, golf courses always look like a good place to rip across on my dirt bike for some reason. I don't know why I have such thoughts. I can't remember what that's called. There's a name for that. It's not spontaneous. They're like, I can't think of what the phrase is. But yeah, I get that way too. Snooks, why do men need more balls? Because golf balls are expensive. And then you're just smacking them out into the woods and stuff. And if you're like me, you're going to come back with an armful and you're going to hide it from the other people and stuff. And, almost every time I go golfing, I leave with more golf balls than I showed up with. It's like playing Easter. You're getting outdoors fun. You're drinking beer. You're driving golf carts. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff about golf. Everyone's saying drink it because it's St. Patrick's Day. What do I got to do later? I can't. It's Monday. I can't do it. I haven't even eaten yet. I'd be sick. Sam, I was told high-risk behavior or some shit like that. No, it's called it's something thoughts, where you just spontaneously realize that you have the free will to totally destroy everything around you. And everyone just decides not to do that. But you had that moment when you realize you could have went against the grain. There's a phrase for that. It's something thoughts. And for some reason, I can't recall it right now. So you know that's not what I meant. Mm-hmm. Intrusive thoughts. Thank you, Ghostly. Yes, intrusive thoughts. If you let the intrusive thoughts win, a lot of times you end up in jail or dead. So, it's just better off not letting the intrusive thoughts win. Tree Herder, I used to buy a bucket of balls and pour half of it in my bag. Yeah, that's a clever idea, too. I didn't even think about that. That's true, Free the Good Texan. All right, since it's St. Patrick's Day, we're going to have to try the 12-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey. You guys, in your peer pressure and stuff, Wad warned me about this. That's all right. I told him it was all good. Send it over. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is straight gasoline. Whoo. It's gasoline that has been stored in a wood barrel for 12 years. The more I smell it, the more I sound like the prospector. Jesus loves us. Cheers, hooligans. Oh. It's, I don't even know what you would mix that with. Your pride. I don't know. Just, that's something. If I go blind later, you're going to know why. It's going to be hard to read the chat when I go blind. Jesus loves us. I don't know what you would mix that with. Syrup? That stuff is hardcore. When you have a bad day, you drink that shit. When you're just like, you had enough of life, and you're like, I don't care how bad it is. You're willing to get face tattoos because your day sucks so bad. You go and drink that, and you be okay. That'll fix your problems. That'll remove the paint off your car. Holy. That was good stuff. That was good stuff. Yes. Sam, ice. I need all the damn ice. I need flavored ice. It's hurting my feelings. It's touching me right in my no-no. All right, reading through a little bit more, and we got the Pledge of Allegiance. I need space before the Pledge of Allegiance time. My mouth is over salivating. Get your girlfriend a shot of that. Mm-hmm. Matt Rogers, you need a shot glass so you can let it breathe first. I can't just be taking shots every day. I can't do that. Guess well guys, Klaus will be running the show for the rest of the week. Yeah, maybe. I'll recover at some. It's like in my chest. It's not supposed to be. It hurt me bad. Mm-hmm. It's hurting me so bad that Chris Hansen's gonna walk in and tell the liquor to go sit down in the stool over there. A WC fuck my life juice. That's what it is. It needs to be relabeled. It's right in my chest. I can't. Just go away. Tool to care, add some color in your face. Yeah, this stuff's strong enough to put hair on your eyeballs. Rough stuff. If I was having a bad day, it's about to turn around. Miss Gen X puts hair on your chest, puts it on your eyeballs. That's what I'm saying. What's up, Snickle Fritz? Happy freedom to you. Need to send you some Sundrop, best mixer chaser for whiskey. I've never heard of that. I would love to try that. That's the kind of stuff puts hair on your ass. I can't. Thank God the show's going to end pretty soon because I just get funnier the more I drink. Holy. Houthi. Mm-hmm. What's up, Elder Zoomer? Happy freedom to you. Jeb, the second shot is always easier. I can't. I can't. Nah. That stuff makes you want to poop your pants. My Jesus loves this. Viola needs a chaser or water. I mean, I chased it with Gatorade. It didn't help, but it was like I tried, you know. The effort is what counts. Snugs, drink more. I like hair on a man's chest. What about their eyeballs? Snugs, not the ass. Yeah. Give you a bofro. Anyways, hooligans, it is that time once again. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I feel like I'm talking with a lisp. Whew. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'm just rough. That was a really rough one. All right, we're going to read through the chat one last time just to make sure no hooligans are left behind. But we are going to be wrapping this up. We'll be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. We'll be keeping an eye out for Caroline Leavitt in case she decides to do another press briefing. We will also be keeping an eye on President Trump's public schedule in case he decides to go live. It is so hard to cover President Trump live because half the time it's not live, and even when it is live, it's so abrupt. Like we covered the Kennedy Center earlier. He was live for like 4 minutes, and when they started the live, he was like mid-sentence and responding to questions. So I will do my best to capture that, but the White House, they need to meet me halfway because they're doing a shit job. But either way, like I said, we're going to read through one last time, and we're wrapping this up. Hey, thank you for being here, Breeze by You. Guess stand tall, drink it all, then probably fall. Yeah, that stuff. This stuff is hardcore. The Glen Dranach. I don't know what the hell that means. It means sudden death. Sudden death. Sam, whiskey on ice. Let it marinate. Yeah, that's probably what it needs. Russell, well, it's a great day to whoop somebody's ass. I mean, that's every day. Every day is a great day. Thank you for being here, Sam. God bless you, Roy. Thank you for being here with us. Bill Clay, Jeff, while intoxicated, says the pledge better than Kamala. I mean, I didn't realize I was in competition with her, but I'm glad I'm winning. You know, I'm just saying. That's right, Nana. Play ball. Play ball with scotch. That's dangerous. That is dangerous. That scotch is strong. I could tell. If I drank a whole bottle of that, I'd be like screaming at the TV like it could hear me. That's why I don't watch sports. You know, just watch sports and drink. I'd be just screaming through the TV. Hey, thank you, Too Old to Care. Thanks for being here, Meta. Thank you, Viola. Thank you, TBD. What's up, Faded? Happy freedom to you. What's up, SMKDG? We'll go with SM. Happy freedom to you. J-Dog, yeah, when they said there'll be a peaceful transition, you knew shit was about to happen. That's true, J-Dog. I did forget about that. Yes. Snooks, your tongue sounds a little numb. Yeah, I'm trying not to drool on my keyboard. I'm having issues here. I'm going to find some food. That's what I'm doing. Either way, I appreciate all of you hooligans being here. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all of you guys. Like I said, we will be live again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. We'll be keeping an eye out for Caroline Levitt for press briefings. We'll also be doing our best to keep up to speed with President Trump and him going live tomorrow. So definitely make your way back here tomorrow. Go out there and enjoy your day. Go find you some good food. Enjoy the nice weather if you have nice weather. And if you don't have nice weather, be safe out there. Because if the weather don't get you, those damn Democrats will try. And don't let that happen. I appreciate all of you guys. Have a fantastic night. And I will see you tomorrow. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans. And I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.